everybody, and welcome to this episode of Beer is Tasty. My name is Chris.
I'm the Bryan.
That is the Bryan.
I'm the Bryan.
Now, what is Beer is Tasty, you're probably saying?
We don't know.
Maybe you're not. That's a good
You're
question.
not.
My answer is this. Couple of guys love them some beer, decided to get a camera and put a show up on the internet about it.
That's what we do. That's the basics of it.
Now,
we think it's very important because we have such crazy, amazing ideas.
You want to hear about it.
You obviously want to hear about it.
Now, in this episode, we're going to review a beer and pair it with a theme that we're starting off for the next several episodes of Beer is Tasty, and that is Thanksgiving-like foods that kind of taste like Thanksgiving, but are not actually Thanksgiving dinner.
Right, because it's November, a.k.a. Thanksgiving. So that works. What we're going to be doing first is Larry's Cheddar Cheese Frozen Mashed Potatoes.
Yeah,
it
buddy.
says they are all natural potatoes. Hey, Chris, why don't you read off the ingredients on those?
Here we go.
All natural mashed potatoes.
Now, you got to figure mashed potatoes are a big part of
Simple.
Thanksgiving dinner, so we got to try this. If you're at home, maybe you're going to throw them in the microwave.
Here's some crazy thing. Use your head for a second. How many ingredients would you find in mashed potatoes?
Here we go.
Maybe one?
Water.
Maybe two?
Water, potatoes, dried whey, soybean oil, which contains 2% or less of American cheese as well.
What the F is dried whey?
Milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes, water, sodium phosphate, milk fat.
You already had water.
Salt,
You can't count
seasoning.
water twice.
Hey, well, they got it in another thing in here because some other things
It's nested
contain
water. Okay.
Exactly. Seasoned dextrose, cheddar cheese, pasteurized milk, cheese cultures, enzyme, salt, whatever that is, onion powder, spice.
Can't pronounce.
Can't pronounce that. Modified food starch, wheat gluten, soy lectin, and also includes soybean oil.
Just like your mom used to make.
Just like made at home in Mom's delicious kitchen.
So we're going to be eating this amazing all-natural potatoes and cheese with SkullSplitter from Orkney Brewery in Scotland.
Absolutely. Now, these come wrapped in a fancy foil top, so you know they're already fancy. And we did get them in the fancy section of our grocery store.
Now, I want to talk just a minute while we work really hard to try and open these up, because it's
like unwrapping a present.
It is, which is good for preparing for Christmas and
it's
stuff.
It's good for the first beer, but then by the time your second or third beer...
I don't know what the hell I'm saying right
now.
Now,
we know a little bit about this beer, but before we go too far, I thought I'd share an anecdote.
An antidote?
An antidote.
An antelope.
With the Beer is Tasty audience. So...
I can't get this red crap off of here.
We're doing a series of Beer is Tasties back to back. Now, Bryan, being the showman that he is, decided he should probably get a haircut before we do a bunch of shows. I did not have the foresight, so...
Dude, but you have... Chris's
hair
is made out of like plastic. It's just exactly like it is. It's like
actually just kind of... See, it's just kind of fastened on there. I can...
Yeah. It's like a toupee, except for part of his plastic head.
So... Here's what happened to Bryan, though. Unfortunately, rush before the show, Bryan showed up with one half of his hair uncut.
This side was just down here, like it had a full inch of sideburns. I didn't really notice when I was there. The barber turned me around in the thing and pointed me at the mirror. How's it look? That looks great.
Turned out one side wasn't exactly done. So, being the nice guy that I am, I said, Bryan, go upstairs and use a shaver. Well, actually, Bryan asked. He said, Chris, do you have like a hair trimmer? I have a beard, so I have like a trimmer. Right?
Zip, zip, zip.
So Angela, my wife, provided him with the tools in order to prepare herself for the show. We secretly switched that trimmer with the one that I use for man sculpting.
He did not.
I didn't know she did that.
No, wait a minute.
So Bryan shaved the side of his head with the tool that I use for man sculpting.
Okay, I have a couple of things I need to
maintenance.
Wait a minute. To start with, that's horrible. Everything you said is horrible. Follow-up point.
Yeah.
You sculpt?
Well, not sculpt. I maintain.
What do you?
I just don't think getting out of control.
What is it, like a hedge that's dressed into a nice shape?
It's just it's kept things are presentable.
What do you mean out of control?
Like I could take it out on the town and not be embarrassed with the presentability of it.
What the F are you talking about?
I'm not saying like I shave it all the way down. I'm just saying I keep things,
what
tidy.
Kind of a bush do you have down there?
A nice maintained one. And you see it works well for hair too.
And it works well for sideburns also.
So there you have it. You're welcome. I didn't know that. I found that out afterwards.
When I got it into the bathroom, I tapped it a little bit and the hair fell out.
Yeah.
So that wasn't normal hair. Apparently it wasn't.
Perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal, Bryan. I don't know what your problem is.
Well, that cap just popped right off.
Sure did.
Well, that cap was not on there very well at all.
Sure was not.
The cap came off so easily. I'm actually a little concerned about the integrity of the beer in the bottle.
It had foil in there.
It had foil in there. All right. So now that I know that I've had his pubes against my face, so here's...
You're welcome, buddy.
So SkullSplitter Ale is a Scotch ale, interestingly enough, also known as a wee heavy, which
very heavy and wee.
Is kind of a theme for this episode, apparently.
Now, one of the things we've learned is that it has a unique caramel coloring that is done because they boil the wort until it starts to caramelize.
Yeah, the wort starts to caramelize, gets nice and thick, a very caramely color and a caramely kind of
foil up where my lips
smell and flavor. Yeah, I do too, actually. There's a lot of like adhesive and foil around the very top of the edge, which it doesn't lend itself well to drinking from the bottle.
Let me just trim that down. Let me just pare that down. Keep that nice and maintained there.
Yeah, you're good at maintaining things.
All right, let's give it a little
now I'm
swig. See what we
freaking
think.
out. I'm like, what shape can it possibly be in now?
No, it's just,
No, seriously though, like a Batman
Well, that would be awesome.
Like the Batarang down there.
No, it's just if you're gonna have someone else in that area,
why
you
on earth would you have a dedicated machine for trimming up down there?
It's a nice machine, right?
It's very, very nice, but why not just have like your normal shaver with the like clipper thing? I mean, how complicated can it get? I mean, it's just your man bush, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So I'm gonna drink this beer. So this SkullSplitter is an 8.5 ABV.
Oh, I like that.
So it'll get you drunk.
I like it. I do get kind of a caramely flavor from that.
Oh yeah, that's really caramely. It's got this like Viking guy on the cover. He's like, this is a good man beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just screaming.
I kill things and drink beer.
I drink this. This is my beer.
He probably man sculpts a little bit.
Well, this is really... It is. It's really caramely.
It's quite tasty, and I would not have any idea this has over an 8-point-something alcohol volume.
Oh, that's got some bite to it, man.
I don't know, dude. Not for 8.5 alcohol.
Put a little on your tongue. Just let it sit there for a minute. It has a kind of has an almost like a bourbon-y bite to it. It's a weak one. I mean, it's not like you're throwing back some bourbon on there, but
I mean, still for 8.5, it's not bad.
No, it's still very drinkable. Yeah, it's very caramely.
Should we see how it goes with some?
It's very malty.
Some microwave potatoes here.
Really malty.
Like, yeah, lots of malt going on.
Hella hecka malty.
This is
All right, these potatoes look awful. These look just disgusting and awful, and I don't want to eat them.
But it is a baked potato is part of Thanksgiving dinner. So this is Thanksgiving dinners that you can make in your microwave as a dude that lives by yourself, or a couple that.
How you want to make your Thanksgiving dinner. Well, so that's roughly the consistency of something mashed potato-ish.
Yeah, not like it's not like foreign. It's not like a foreign object.
No. It's like I've had this before, but I don't know from where.
All right, kind of cheesy, kind of no real general flavor to it. Doesn't really taste like any one thing.
I don't hate this, but I really don't want to eat it. That's where I stand on it. Like, my body's saying, no, this is not what you think it is. That's what my body's telling me.
Goes fine with the beer, though.
All right.
The beer's pretty much...
Holy crap, look at you. You just go like...
Well, I wanted to give it a fair shot.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to eat the whole serving in one scoop. Like, this thing comes with these two little boats, right?
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take 2 good scoopfuls out and try them out.
Yeah, but you're always dainty.
Chris just like...
You're always dainty with that stuff,
I am kind of dainty. Wait a minute, I'm not the one who trims his man stuff. You know what? I'm all natural downstairs, buddy.
It's just sometimes if I got somebody in that area doing a thing, I want to make it as presentable as possible. You know what I'm talking about.
You want to make it as presentable as possible?
Yeah.
Do you really? That does not go at all with SkullSplitter beer. You know what? If you're a SkullSplitter, you just say... I'm going to change the topic.
All right,
back to the beer and back to the mashed potatoes.
This beer pretty much
actually
neutralizes the mashed potatoes. It really goes good. It doesn't conflict with it at all.
So, it goes good with it. Honestly, I'm trying to imagine this with real mashed potatoes. This would go fine.
It's going to go fine, and I'm going to say you put this at your Thanksgiving dinner table.
Yeah.
People are going to be happy.
Actually, this would go very good at a Thanksgiving dinner.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing, though. It is 8.5, so if you're going to pick up a bunch of these for your Thanksgiving dinner, expect Grandpa to get a little blitzed.
And it's not the cheapest beer either.
No, it's not.
That felt like freedom.
And we're getting started early. We, of course, always record Beer Tasty in batches. Because we have themes, we might as well just roll right on through them,
yeah,
right?
buddy.
He usually starts burping around the end of the second episode. This bodes very well for me. This is going to be a fun night, ladies and gentlemen. I really like this.
Yeah. I'm pleased with this mother
It's
effer.
not thick. It's not like a thick beer, but it's not light and crisp. It's like
It's got some complexity to it.
it's heavy and yet bittery. It's got a little bit of an alcoholic bite,
Sometimes
but
there's
it's
like
caramely.
there's like those beers that are almost like, look what we can do as an artisan beer. We can achieve
Yeah.
this, and it's like, all right,
Why do that? Yeah.
I see, like they're trying to go for something. This beer accomplishes both.
It's like the bacon flavored
There's real
beers,
technique,
you know?
yeah.
Like
Just over the top.
A great idea to do it once.
No practical-
But why
no
would you
practical
ever drink
drinking
bacon?
purpose,
This
no.
stuff? No,
Quite
actually, this is a very good idea, and it's
Yeah.
very well done.
You know what? I haven't done this in a very long time on this show. I'm going to give this beer an A. I can't remember the last time I did that. I'm giving this beer an A.
You know, I'm gonna too.
Yeah.
This is decent.
Yeah.
This is damn decent. Again, it's not cheap. Oh, here we go. Orkney, a small group of islands off the northern tip of Scotland, shrouded in magic and mystery, was the home of Thornfinn Cluif, SkullSplitter, 7th Viking Earl of Orkney around 1000 AD.
Hans Gloof.
Hazakluf.
SkullSplitter.
Now, the Orkney Brewery invites you to step back in time and enjoy a unique taste of Scotland.
Nice.
So, you know what? If this is what Scotland tastes like, I want to eat all of Scotland.
I want to put all of Scotland in my mouth.
All of Scotland, I would like you to be delivered directly into my mouth right now. This is delicious, if this is what Scotland tastes like.
Absolutely.
The mashed potatoes. Larry, the guy that's responsible apparently for making these, take them back. Take your mashed potatoes and you can stick them where the sun don't shine.
You know what?
These are not mashed potatoes.
If you want quick mashed potatoes, you can get a box of mashed potatoes from Costco.
There are like instant mashed potatoes and there's all sorts of stuff.
Way
They're
better.
not
You just
great.
throw them like in boiling water and you're done.
And they're not great. They're not great.
But there's some from Costco that are really good. I'm not a big instant mashed potatoes guy at all. but they're good.
You're a big. It's super easy to do, and it's from Costco guy.
I'm just saying they're actually quite
that's
good.
what you're into.
I don't even
I'm
like
just saying,
potatoes and I
you're
eat
like,
those.
if I can make it from powder and it's from Costco and or it helps me maintain my man area, then I love it. That's
Exactly.
the only things that you're into. It's cool. I don't mind.
You got it, buddy. All right, everybody.
I know Chris. I know Chris, and I know you likes.
If you'd like to recommend a beer to us here on this very show, you can head
that's
over
good.
to jupiterbroadcasting.com. On the right-hand side, there's a one-time donation button. Click that. In there, leave a note for which beer you're giving us the money for.
I'm
We'll
gonna
go
get
out and
drunk
find it.
today.
Yeah, buddy. And of
Damn.
course, you can head over to jupitercolony.com and leave us feedback
That's
in
a
the Beer's
forum.
Tasty section
Yeah.
for our reviews.
It's amazing. You can talk about it.
Absolutely.
And he can head on there and talk about different ideas for how Chris can sculpt his man parts.
I like that, man. But let's hear what else you got.
Let's see what you can come up with.
All right, everybody. Until next week, cheers.
Not cool, but this is good. It's good. Seriously not cool though, dude.
You're welcome.
Way not cool.
But you look good.
How long?
You got the job
When
done.
did you find that out? And were you waiting?
Yeah.
Until the start of the show? You found that out like right after.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
I found out before the computer action show.
I would have been scrubbing my face 2 hours ago.